Valentine's Day was this past week, and ExplorationWorks decided to celebrate with hearts, but not the kind you may be thinking of. For a Tinker Lab on Saturday, people were able to dissect lamb hearts. MTN's Ali Kaiser was there. Now, we do want to warn you that the footage shows the dissection of real sheep hearts, and it could be disturbing to some viewers.
ExplorationWorks is giving kids hearts for Valentine's Day, and they're not just on a card.
It was crazy.
10-year-old Layla Tabor was one of over 20 kids who were able to tug on real heartstrings.
Slimy a little bit.
The sheep heart dissection Tinker Lab at ExplorationWorks was held the Saturday after Valentine's Day.
We think about hearts a lot at Valentine's Day, but maybe not our real heart and how it works.
Jessie Herbert-Meny is the Deputy Director of Programs at ExplorationWorks, and she led the dissections.
Kids at first are kind of like, oh no, I don't really want to do that. And by the end, all of those kids were touching the heart and were just amazed to see, the valves and the different chambers of the heart and to learn how blood pumps through.
Herbert-Meny says that this Tinker Lab gives kids a better grasp of their bodies, showing the anatomy of the heart along with an explanation of what each part does.
It can help kids understand how to take care of their own bodies, what their body needs to be healthy.
Parents were able to get their hands on the hearts as well.
For parents and adults to do that with the kiddos, it's just really powerful to have that time for them to play and learn together.
ExplorationWorks also dissects brains and eyeballs at different Tinker Labs, and all of their dissection material is provided by Carolina Biological Supply.
Sometimes we can call around to our local butcher shops and get some hearts that way as well.
All Tinker Labs throughout the year are sponsored by Boeing, and they happen on the first and third Saturdays of each month. ExplorationWorks' next Tinker Lab will be focused on engineering, and it will happen on March 2nd. In Helena, Ali Kaiser, MTN News.
Fly fishing may seem like a spring and summer sport here in the Treasure State. Anglers try to get on the river year-round. MTN's McKenna Holman stopped by a fly fishing hotspot in Craig to talk to the shop owner to see how active this winter season has been.
While Montana has plenty to offer, such as hiking and skiing, here in Craig, Montana, the more popular thing to do is winter fly fishing out here on the Missouri River.
Well, fly fishing in the wintertime is a little different than on other seasons. It's obviously weather dependent, but we are blessed here with lots of yo-yos in the weather. 2 weeks ago we had 60s. Last couple weeks it's been super cold. Got snow on the ground, but today is absolutely beautiful.
After being a fly fishing guide for 35 years, Fred Talene can confidently say fly fishing in the wintertime is more enjoyable, more peaceful, and somewhat easier than any other season.
The difference between fishing in the wintertime versus the summer is that the fish are very opportunistic, which is good for the fly fishermen. They don't have a lot of food choices like they do in the summertime when there's lots of bugs hatching. So they have sow bugs and some of the stages of the insects that are, in the water that won't be hatching for months to come. They love to eat minnows and smaller fish. And so if you can find where they're living and present them with something, they're much more likely to eat it, honestly, than they are in the summertime.
Fishing in the winter can be done in a variety of ways, including ice fishing, which can also be done using flies.
And if you know where the spots are, if you learn those spots, and you can choose to fish with nymphs, you can choose to fish with streamers to imitate small fish, or you can even today with some clouds, there were a bunch of fish up earlier today on little midges, which are very tiny little dry flies. And so your options are all across the board, and the fishing can be really good.
So there you have it. The perfect thing to do in the winter is get out here on the Missouri River and enjoy some fly fishing. In Craig, Montana, I'm McKenna Holman, MTN News.